Today we're going to put up a plasterboard, but first let's go back to the beginning.
Okay, so now we're ready to plaster the walls. So the first thing we need to do is decide where to start. Usually it's a good idea to start up against the corner because they're usually, well, after you check it, you probably find them that straight. So if you start off with the board butted up against the corner, it means you're starting off vertical, which is a good thing. Unfortunately in this case, all the corners are either, well, they're pretty much taken up by cables and trunking and whatnot. So I'm going to start with the board right in the middle here. I will leave it a board width from that corner. With plasterboard, the sheets come in 1.2 or 2.4 sizes. It's 12mm thick. There are two sides to it. This is sort of the grey side, and on the other side is brown. On the brown side it says plaster on the other side. Obviously that's the side that you use to stick against the wall, so the grey side is on the inside of the room. Once we know roughly where we're going to start, the best thing to do is to check the wall evenness. The longest level I've got is a 6 foot long spirit level. You just run it along and check to see how even it is. There's some bits that sort of 10mm in. I'm just going to have to put good size dots of adhesive. When it is, hold the spirit level up against it, you can see that it is perfectly vertical. And also you get the horizontal as well, just to see what that's like. So yeah, I'm going to have to put, so I mean it's all in and out this wall. One brick's in, the next brick's out. So I'll put at least, say 20mm thick blobs of adhesive on that. So I know I definitely need to be covered. You'll have to cut the plasterboard if your room's say 2.4 metres or less in height. The reason being is we have to leave a gap between the bottom of the plasterboard and the floor. What I have used before, just your box standard 2x2 pattern, in this case it's a stake. Put that up against there, and that's what you'll use to rest the bottom of the plasterboard on. And then you put it against the wall. So we need to cut the length. So it can go right up to the ceiling level. 2.355. And what I need to do is cut the plasterboard. Put it straight up, edge up against it. Draw that line. Okay, well, the best way to cut plasterboard is using a very sharp Stanley knife. It snaps surprisingly easy after you've just scored it a couple of mil deep into the plasterboard. You can just snap that. And then just trim off the last bit. Okay, minimal mess, nice and clean cut. Okay, so just a quick check on that. Then if that's all good, then we can set out where we're going to put it on the wall. Okay, that's good for me. So, with regards to where it's going to go on the wall, we want a full board width. Let me just double check that, it should be 1.2. Hang on, 1.2. From this wall here. So, got 2 points there that I've marked out from the wall. Now remember that wall might not be completely vertical. So just as a check, put a spirit level on it, and if required, bring it in to make it vertical. and draw that line nice and clear. You do need to mark out the other side because it helps to know where you're putting your blobs of adhesive. So in this case it's 1.2. Okay, so with that ready to make the mix, a good idea is probably to get a sheet. Right, so I've got a bucket full of the adhesive there. And don't give yourself too much on the first one. If it's first one you've ever done, that is. Because it might take you longer than obviously professional did it. So anyway, add water. One thing to bear in mind is you don't want to over mix it. Mix it by hand if you can, not with a whisk thing, because that aerates it quite a lot, which means it will dry a lot quicker. So what it says on these instructions is soak it and actually leave it for 2 minutes. Okay, so I'll leave that for 2 minutes. Okay, so after about 2 minutes, I'm just going to a bit more of a stir. Okay, so with regards to the blobs and how many blobs to put on, generally every 450ml spacings. Like I said, I'm going to go for about 20ml thick. Okay, so just making sure that the shock's still in the right place, you're going to put that board on the wall. Okay, so that's the board on. Just need to give it a squidge into place, which is best done using the spirit level. What that also does is it pushes out, so the board over 2.5 metres, bends slightly. This was just bowing in like that. When you're using a spirit level to push on it, it'll on its own even it all out nicely. So that's now straight along there. So it only pushes on the bits that are poking out. Once you're happy with it vertically, put the spirit level horizontally. You also want to line it along, just as a check, looking along there where you're going to put the next board to make sure there's enough of a gap. And again, push on it. Just do a double check on the verticalness. Get this side actually, it's a bit messy that side. Yeah, it's bang on. And I've followed the line exactly up there. So I'm pleased with that. So that's that one in place now. And off this I can work my way elsewhere. As for how long to leave the batten in the bottom, well, it varies between, you can get some fast testing stuff that's sort of 30 minutes or whatever. I've gone for 90 minutes, an hour and a half, just to give myself a bit of extra breathing room. So I'm not too rushed, and if it's your first time, I advise you do the same. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a quick close-up here on the side of the board. You can see how there is sort of getting on a 10mm gap in some places, but obviously like there, yeah, it's a couple of mil. Again down there. So it will vary. This is a pretty bad wall, to be fair. The other walls are a much more even surface, like this one along here, for example, which would make it a bit easier.
Okay, so I hope that was clear for you. That just covers the main principles of putting one single sheet of plasterboard onto a wall and basically starting off the job. How to get that first single sheet square so that the rest of the sheets along that wall will also be nice and square and vertical as well. Next we just skip to cutting out for a plug socket. Obviously the plug socket location is already predetermined before you put the plasterboard on, so you've got to make sure you get that right.
We've got the plug marking out there. There's a plug. Now, with this back box, the punch out is here in the middle, so this will sit that way round. See the punch out in the middle of it there. So what I've done is I've decided to centre this back box on the cable that comes down the channel, unlike the existing one that's to the side. So what I'll do is just chisel out some more around here. Also, I used the back box as a template to draw the square on the plasterboard. Oblong rather, not the other plug. What I did is obviously measured this bit along here. This flange around the outside goes over the top of the plasterboard, so you want to measure this inside bit both ways. Just gave it an extra millimetre just for a little bit of breathing room. The next stage is to cut these out with a Stanley knife. Okay, so that's the cutout made. To be honest, the Stanley knife did the job. Cut most of the way through and then I just punched it out. Be careful not to tear off the paper, the brown paper at the back of the hole as you punch the piece out. Then just check with the plug itself. Goes in nice and snug. Flange is covering all of the gap, so you know that's a good fit.
Okay, so that covers the plug socket. The next thing we've got to consider is what to do when it comes to framing out the window. There's quite an easy way of doing this, so I'll just go to explain that now. What you want to do is have the pieces so that this side, so that they tuck behind this front board here. It should just fit in nice and snug. Like that. The other thing you might want to have a think about as well is whether you want to taper the window. Tape it in, tape it out, whichever. To be honest, I'm just going to go for a normal right angle, but it's up to you. Once you've cut them, you want to check that they fit. So start putting them in. Now with the top board, you'll notice this, the sideboard is stopped here. The top board goes over the top of that. And then the other side. So the top board is resting on the two sides. Okay. So that looks like it fits. And you're good to dot and dab and glue that on. So we've got a little notch cut out there. It's not too tight, all the way around. Right down again. So this is quite a handy tool, perfect for just checking you get the right angle. And with the top piece, you're not going to get any meaningful size blobs on the top there without it falling down. So I've just put some up there and I'm going to put some on the back of the board. That's one window reveal boarded, ready for plastering when it sets. Cool. Okay, and just one other tip for you, if you've got a big window opening like that, what you want to do is cut the top piece all in a oneer, but it will sag down. So what you can do is pop up a long spirit level, within an hour and a half it'll be fine. Okay, so that covers the fundamentals of putting plasterboard on a brick or block wall. I hope you found that useful. If you want to find out some more information, then I'll put a little bit extra detail on my blog post on my website for this. That's helpfulhomediy.co.uk/how to plasterboard a wall. So visit the page, there'll be a couple of extra tips or tricks if you really want to make sure you get it right. It's actually very easy, and I'm sure if you follow the simple steps that I've given, you'll be able to do it yourself. If you found this useful, then please subscribe to my channel, pressing that button below, and also be sure to press that bell icon so that you get notified of any new videos that I bring out. And be sure to check back next Saturday for the third instalment of my 5-part series on replastering. Next week it'll be how to put up corner beading. Thanks for watching, see you again soon. .co.uk/how to put up trimmings around windows. Thank you for watching. What's it, trimmings?